Okay, there we go. All right, good afternoon. Some updates, and then I want to get right to our sponsorship things and festival. We are really about 7 weeks away, so coming up pretty well. Steve, if you'd like to call us to order, we'll just run through and go from there.
Okay, call the meeting to order. 4:04, I guess. Approval of the agenda emailed out and also available here. Take a look. Looking for a motion.
I'll vote to approve.
I'll second.
Got a first and a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, the agenda has been approved. Approval of minutes, last meeting, June 7th. Also available here as well. Any changes, omissions, additions that we need to on last month's meeting?
Oh, you got an echo?
Yeah, well, I think it's just the default.
Oh,
Because the
Oh.
power was out.
yes, I did. I had to kind of reset this. I did it all on.
What? These are up.
So, I'm sorry, Steve. Did you get an approval in a second?
Not yet. Looking for approval of the minutes.
So moved.
Got a first, how about a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approval of minutes from last meeting, June 7th. Agenda item, director's report.
Okay, just real very quickly. Again, we will wrap up as early as possible. So we got city council, but we got plenty of time, I think. Visitor numbers last week, 13,630 through the doors. That is down still 22% from 2021. Over a 4-day holiday this year, Friday through Monday, 8,465. Not surprisingly, our first Friday for the 4th of July was our big date, our biggest day of the week, which is normal because those folks, as they come in, the front doors are counted too. So it was a fun event. I don't know if any of you got down here. A couple really talented bands, and they kept the energy going. Food trucks had a good night. A lot of traffic on the main street as far as movement. And the corn maze was a big hit. We had no issues with it at all. So other than we'll put something under it for next time we use it. Ideally, it would be on the grass in the plaza, which we maybe can do for the rodeo mixer. I don't know how the setup's going to be, but we'll have it out for that. But we will have some like indoor outdoor carpet we can roll down, just a couple strips of it. It's 20-foot square, so we do 2 10-foot or 12-foot strips. They stick out, and then we have no issue. And if it gets wet, we simply let it dry out in the sun and be safe for everybody. Little kids, there's tubes in there they have to crawl over, and that's where some skin needs were, but
Boo-boos.
nothing that was serious at all.
Doug, on traffic, do you know what that looks like over 2020? Because 2021 was a year.
I don't even go to 20, but I didn't do 2019 today
Yeah,
for my numbers, and I could literally pull it up instantly, but my
19 or 20. but
my
yeah,
computer,
yeah,
oh,
2%
hey, looky there.
probably-
It just rested. It just needed a little bit of rest.
Power came on just in time for you guys.
Well, I was in here and hooked up, everything was fine, and then it just went black. I couldn't get anything. So, last time I did that, we were down 6% from 2019 for that week.
Yeah.
And I am still sending those numbers out, obviously, and all of that, so. I'll try to, while this is booting up and getting to that.
Is the thought probably like gas prices, things like that?
You know, Andy, are you still getting some updates on state tourism or not
Yeah.
really now?
Yes, it definitely has a factor, but last year, the state put a lot more marketing dollars in Illinois, Indiana, Wisconsin, and Minnesota, COVID funds pretty much from wherever they came from. So that helped tremendously. And then people weren't traveling air travel as much, just because it was who's masked, who's not. Now, since most states are all back open, well, all states are back open, but so people are flying. Yeah, and going farther, they're sticking closer to home is what they're seeing anyway. But they still think we'll have a good year. I mean, down 22% sounds horrible, but in all reality, we had really good summers in 2020 and 2019 and 2018. So if we could get to that and just get a little bit over that, that'd be awesome.
Just a couple more clicks and I can get you that. So period 1 is period 2 is 22. So, what did I say, 13?
Period 1 is 19.
19 versus.
I must have, yes, not, well, 20, we're gonna be way above 20, because I don't even have anybody here. But I can look at 20.
Yeah, we still had a good year in 2020.
Well, let me just check it.
What year was COVID?
20.
20.
June.
It looks like it says one comparison we did cut through July.
Oh, and are you just doing,
Sunday to
you're
Monday.
just doing the week too?
Yeah.
So that also, the 4th of July being on a Monday,
Right.
that makes a huge difference as well. Lots more people travel when it's there than if it's in the middle of the week. We look at numbers from like May 1st to now.
So we're up 14% the same period in
Yeah.
So you're
2020.
down from 19, up from 20, and down from 22.
Correct. Yep. Which has been holding true the whole time.
Right.
So we don't really look for that to change a lot. So,
I don't think it's anything we get a lot.
okay. Okay. I'm going to jump right into, farmers market's going, we canceled last week, but we have we're not going to do that anymore. We're going to make sure we can confirm it with tourism, and we have anywhere from 3 to 6 booths, vendors, and we'll put them in the lobby.
That's what I was gonna say.
Put them in the lobby, and they don't have to put up a tent, they just bring up their table, bring their goods in, and we'll make a press release as we've moved indoors so it's nice and comfortable. Because it was just dangerous last 2 Wednesdays ago, or last Wednesday, excuse me, it was at 102 and 40-mile-an-hour winds. It's terrible.
That got nice that night.
I would agree. So anyway, those are going on. We have entertainment in the plaza tomorrow, 2 sessions. Next week we have Phil Baker, the children's guy in the morning and night, and then Wednesday after that, there's Rusty Ryerson we had back in 2020. Actually, there's an open for festival on a Friday night concert. He's passed them through, asked if he could do a pop-up show for free. So we'll advertise it, and it'll bring some folks down, help the farmers market out, and we'll just play for tips in the plaza. So we'll just give him the stage and let him plug into our system. So, and he's been good to us. He promotes the Corn Palace and Mitchell around really well. So
Just him, no band?
just him. Yep, he's doing solo acts and that kind of thing, moving around. So, mural update. We got a wonderful crew. Jeff's thrilled. We gave him today off just because we literally are ahead of our schedule where we want to be. And our dock, we only have one more mural of dock to pull down. So only mural 1 has straw and dock on it. And they'll do that in a half a day and then be putting dock up. So we have the new dock geometric designs and shapes on number 2 and then all the way on the south side. Our rye straw, as of Friday, was looking awesome and harvesting this week. Hopefully this little bit of wind today and storm didn't flatten it. That does cause him some grief, but we expect to get him straw by the end of the week. The sour dock was a tough find. We were having to go a little further because the James River flooded, and we get all of this along the river from Highway 30 up to Shannon Road, and we haven't gotten any from there. So we've had to go a little further, but we found enough. Won't be an issue. And it's good, and the dock is really good. Nice long heads on it, and so that's good. And the corn's doing fine. Obviously, it's rain like this, just like the farmers. We hope that it continues to grow and do well. So we see no reason why we won't have a good decorating year, and we really want to hit, this crew we have are mostly high school and some college age, and they've just been great. I mean, Jeff has had any issues, they show up, they work hard. The worst thing we've had is have them change their music choice a little bit, because they do like the hip hop that's got some lyrics that aren't always appropriate. So if we can hear it down on the ground, they have to change the channel. So that's the only thing. Otherwise, they've been great. So we're going to really hope to keep some of them part-time and coming back, because some are not athletes, so they don't be doing fall sports. And we hopefully can get them to corn, because that was the issue last year. We just had such a small crew, 2 or 3 doing corn the whole fall. And we do not want to be doing it in December and January for a 3rd year in a row. So that's the plan. I am going to let Craig go with tickets and concessions things. I'm going to pull up a couple things, and then I'll talk about our festival entertainment update and some other things, okay?
So about the only thing I got for concessions is we got a new popcorn ball flavor. So if you like cinnamon,
Samples.
cinnamon. Well, I was gonna have the kids make some, but they couldn't do it in the dark, so we're out of luck. So
You're off the hook.
yeah. But if you like cinnamon, you might want to go over and try one of those. Ticket sales as of like noon today. We got Randy Hauser at 142. Russell Dickerson at 165, Night Ranger at 176, and the Music of Randy Travis at 189. So the one that I was concerned with is the one that we've had the most sales for. So, but yeah. And then one other thing, I was contacted by the Merriman Performing Arts Center in Nebraska, Kearney, Nebraska. It's a small venue, an older venue. They have a 175 capacity seating, and it's about 5 hours away. Had a long conversation with that gal. Going to get some more information for the next meeting on events that they have coming that we can possibly look at piggybacking off them on their way somewhere else to see if anything will work here. So we'll have that next time. Other than that, everything's going pretty good. I should have stalled longer, sorry.
No, that's okay. I had these all on for my computer like that. So our, I send ticket reports to Romeo every week too. And they're quite concerned. Russell Dickerson's camp is like, what is going on? Is that like a real place? That thing? And he's selling out at his other venues of our size, and bigger. So we just had a discussion about, Doug, he really said you should hit the social media every week with something, So one of the artists who they're playing with, he's playing with
Tim McGraw. Tim McGraw?
Tim McGraw. Yeah, he's probably with Tim McGraw, so their sites are available. And I'm not an expert at that. Obviously, how much is too much? Maybe I'll pick your brain a little bit on that and what we could kind of do. You've got lots of experience. I see your daily special every day, and it's not too much because I want to know what's cooking at the scoreboard. But anyway, he also said then reach out to our media folks, see, especially radio, and if they can add their playlists of these songs. So Hauser and Dickerson and Randy Travis and Cool 98, for example, and Q107 ask them to play more Night Ranger, and then which they're already doing. If you listen to them, they'll say, hey, come to the Corn Palace and Night Ranger or whatever. So they've been great to work with, and we're working on obviously next step is keep finalizing our concert sponsors so we can do our poster and get that out. That will help a ton, and we'll start our advertising with radio, TV, and the posters and all of that. So, but those are pretty low numbers, no doubt about it. We have a long ways to go. A lot of money on entertainment compared to last year and 2020. So.
Are you doing an advertising package again?
Yes.
With CVP or?
Yes. We not with CVP.
Oh, okay.
So Jen has done that the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And so with her not being there and being our second year, I'm kind of dependent on our salespeople, radio and
Yep.
TV. So, but after she's still on our board, maybe use some of those ideas. That would be okay. Okay, openers. So kind of I know I have a schedule, obviously I can send it out to you, in a spreadsheet right now, who's playing and filling in gaps, okay? So festival will start on Wednesday the 24th, it'll set up on Tuesday. So we don't have, because they'll be setting up Light and Sound, so Kansas Pro Sound, we confirmed that, a long time ago, it's just like, I was getting a little nervous because I hadn't, I didn't have a contract, and I said, Andy, I need a contract, and he said, oh, I apologize, no, absolutely, so, they're there, they'll set up on Wednesday. So, we're looking to put somebody on the stage and do a pretty nice show, but not spend a bunch of money, but to bring people downtown. And the night of Thursday night, the scoreboard open house, I walk out the door to go to my neighbor and have a beverage, and who's walking through the plaza but Adam Pope. So if you remember him, he actually was here last year and did the Sunday thing with the Texas Jammers, and he played. He is literally ending his Midwest tour in De Smet on that Sunday. So I bargained with him and gave him some free parking spots at the campsite, and he's going to play the concert Wednesday night as the opener. And they're very good. I mean, they're very talented. On our system, him and his wife Amy, they have a full range of their own songs. Of course, when they play, it's got Johnny Cash series and things like that. So I just connected. I didn't think you guys would have an issue with that. I know we wanted different openers and acts inside, but he's passing through, and the price is really, really good, for
You're talking the Plaza stage?
Plaza stage, correct. We cannot be inside
Right.
because of the light and sound setup. So it'll be on the Plaza stage Wednesday night.
Just him.
Just him, yep, and we're looking at either 6:30 to 9, or 7 to 9, or 6 to 8:30, something like that. We'll be doing a full 90-minute set. Okay? So that'll be good, and then of course Midway will be going, working on, of course our corn maze was out, so we'll make sure that there'll be a free attraction, will be available for kids. We talked about the corn crib, again, like the sandbox, so working with Runnings to sponsor that. So I don't think anyone's been down to the Runnings. I had them on my list because I've been in touch with them before. And then seeing what else Old Star will maybe allow. You saw the trains going around the other night. Well, that's a ride, right? And I don't know if Old Star would probably approve that, but I want to work with Main Street folks. They've got some really nice youth activities, maybe face painting, just some things for kids to do, maybe free, maybe low cost, or sponsored. So, if you've got some things that maybe come to mind, please email them over. I saw this at another fair. Obviously there's all kinds of things going on this past weekend even that would be could be done. Obviously bouncy houses and things like that. So, keep that in mind. Thursday, and some of this you already know about, some of you don't. Randy Hauser, the opener, will be Danica Michaels. Okay, it's a 7:30 show. A 7 o'clock show on Thursday. Danica Michaels will open. We'll put somebody in the plaza prior to that. I haven't got them booked yet. Randy Hauser will go on, and then when she is done as the opener, we'll move her outside to the plaza stage. She will play another 45-minute set after Randy Hauser is done, kind of like we did last year. She'll have a chance to remind people about that, and then there'll be music going for another 45 minutes to an hour after the show is done inside. Again, the plan is to keep people downtown as long as possible. And it's a 7 o'clock start, so it won't be late for that. I'm sorry, I missed that. Thursday, we have the Overdrive Air Force National Guard Band. We'll play Thursday, too, 5 to 6:30. So right before Danica Michael opens, we'll have the I keep calling it the Air Force Band, but it's the National Guard Band, who's very good. And they'll draw a big crowd down here. So they'll kick off that Thursday. So we'll have entertainment, when after school's done, people start coming down for the shows all the way till 11:15 at night. So it'll be good. Friday, the opener for Russell Dickerson is a Romeo act. This is Thomas Mack. So this is him, but he's got these 3 million followers on YouTube. He's been drawing lots of folks in. We really think it would maybe draw Dakota Wesleyan Mitchell Tech students. Okay, so he does parodies and he's talented. To give you an idea, here's a song. Let's see.
We're on it. Majority. Count this very well.
So he doesn't really have one on his website like I do.
There was a time where country music used to tell the best stories known to man. Sad to say, but I haven't heard a good story told in country music in a hot minute. I'm just trying to bring that back. Don't you like the song? I said, baby, you won't believe just a day would happen to me on my way home from work this afternoon.
So now, that's a serious one, and it's actually gets some playtime. But let's go to something a little more.
If I can get her hot, she'll go all
The
night.
music's always like this.
What's that
She's
version?
got a little work done there in the back. The front's all natural. I like it like that. Man, you're gonna see her when she gets real well. She's got a lot of things in the hair in the dust.
Why is it doing that?
That was explicit, that's why.
What?
No.
I listened to this afternoon. My wife was absolutely fine.
Maybe we'll get to see the video then.
Yeah, we won't, yeah.
Maybe that's why. See this one. You get the idea. He's yes.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Alexandra Kay,
Good round. Thomas Mack.
and we are on the Israelite tour. Hopefully.
So he's a rally star.
Can't go anywhere without Cooper House.
So it's kind of a. Let's get this. Listen to this. Listen to this.
I'm allowed to complain about a fear being black. My lips touch another bottle, my whole fear don't get back. My lips touch another bottle, my whole fear don't get back. When I'm at a bar, I'm always able to pick up a Bud Light. Beer looks the same in the morning as it did on Friday night. Beer's always ready, just be ready. Yeah, even the good guys say, look outside that beer.
So the guy writing a song about corn puffs, which really could be a year ago. Again, he's
This is a song I wrote about one of my closest friends, my grandma. I used to call her home. You never know she was my best friend. So many years apart.
the point is he's
I'm sure
a storyteller. He does this competition where they battle against lyrics with another singer, and he has to end the lyrics with one song, maybe it's a beer or a truck or a lady, and then the other one has to pick up. So I'm sure they'll do some of those parodies, but he comes pretty highly recommended, and his routing isn't great, so it's a little more expensive than we would normally be, and I'm going to share that in our executive session, but he is going to be over for Las Vegas. Okay? And then we have on Saturday, Jimmy River Band, so we've asked to be approved for Night Ranger. They, I think I've mentioned them, they're just really slow approving. Romeo thinks there's no issue. They've watched the videos, they've listened to them, they said they should be fine. I haven't gotten the official, but we will get that soon so we can do it on our posters. And then on
Everybody
Sunday,
knows that's Corey Wenzel band,
oh yes, I'm sure, did I not mention that last time?
just make sure.
Yes, Parker Wenzel,
No.
Corey Wenzel, and,
Parker's in it?
mhm,
Oh, okay.
yep, and,
Alec Marnes.
yes, yeah, and he's the Sioux City now. Yeah, and they're thrilled. And then they would play the after show, another 45-minute set outside. They're really excited about that. It's got a bunch of family coming, and that's always kind of fun. We had that happen with Weston. He brought a big group to stick around afterwards. So, I think that's pretty good. Okay, and then, again, I've got all these saved here. Trinity Hill is out here in South Dakota. They are a Christian group out of Huron. So this is them, STC students.
Hey guys, we're Trinity Hill, and we're back with another video.
See if they sing here.
Hey
Let me get them on this a little more. This one's a few years old. These are the two, and they're 4 years older now. And they are going to play outside from 12 to 1:30 on Sunday. The music of Randy Krabs will be a standalone show at 2 o'clock. Okay, we'll promote this. Romeo thinks it's still a good value. Remember, our tickets for Randy Krabs were lower. And he says, honestly, a 90-minute show for those folks is probably enough, which I kind of tend to agree with. So we're going to put them on the outdoor stage. We'll promote the heck out of it, see if we can't get some folks down, and maybe sell some additional tickets to the music of Randy Krabs or something. So I'm looking to put something on after Randy Krabs. That'll be now a 3:30 finish on Sunday. So we really should get something on the stage, and I've got some lots of options. If you hear somebody, again, Billy Durkin has played that spot like that before for 45 minutes to an hour. Folks like that we'll bring in and close the festival outdoors. Then that allows our light sound people to get out of here on Sunday, 2 hours earlier, 3 hours earlier. If we don't do that, so. And that would be our Sunday show inside and outside. So still filling in some blanks, but the main thing is tickets. We just gotta get, we need to get to that 1,000 to 1,200 for most of these shows, and for Dickerson and Hauser, Night Ranger, we'll be pretty disappointed if we have 12 to 1,500 both of those shows. So we just gotta get our posters done, and I think those went out. I see they went to the printers in the third week of July, went out the first part of August. So we won't be behind that. They already told them that they'll be doing the posters, and they've got images through them and things like that. So it's a matter of trying to get our sponsors on posters. So, okay, any questions about entertainment, concerts? I mean, obviously, we're still working and filling in some of the kids-friendly things and a few fillers. We want to put some entertainment on the stage Saturday afternoon. I haven't really got an update on the Texas Jammers, who really are a nice fit for Saturday afternoon, or even a Friday afternoon. Early, it's not too hot, but we'll have a big tent out again in the plaza that worked well. And we're hoping to get them to play a few times. But the coordinator is not as involved this year, so he's had some family health concerns and things like that. So, and our Tuesday show, same situation. The Tuesday show for the J. Flood Community Center, they can't get their artist. So we won't be having our Tuesday, and that was we just gave them the space on Tuesday night, and because it worked well, and they aren't doing their show. Their artists can't get here. Same situation, the Jammers and that whole group did that, and James Kropinski, and they can't do it this year. So, which is fine, for us. We're pretty busy at that time anyway. So, okay. No questions about that. Craig, did you have anything from your area? Popcorn balls, you mentioned the cinnamon ones are awesome. And I actually thought there's some there. Maybe I just smelled them about over cinnamon. They are very good. Interesting, we learned a little bit when power goes out, you never know how things are going to work. I actually, that's the first time in the longest I've ever been out that I've been here. So we haven't had an hour long, about an hour? Yeah. So, what do you do to accommodate, lights in the bathrooms? Do you close? Our registers continue to work, so we can sell things where a fountain pop machine doesn't work. So we can sell canned bottles, popcorn, candy. But anyway, but there's a lot of beeps and bongs that are going when the power's off and on, and the elevator continues to beep, and you got to check make sure no one's in it. And we have some roof leaks, and so things like that happen. We learn a lot. Okay, no questions. I want to jump in and talk about sponsorships and as it applies to the sponsor contracts. We had a
Since there's no public input, nobody's here, I need to make a motion to go into executive session. Gio, second?
Second.
All right, we're in executive session.